Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the Builder's Diaries, where I build a business and a body at the same time. Today, we're going to be talking about the business. I got some big business updates. I went to a really big mastermind over the weekend a couple days ago, and I wanted to share some of my big takeaways from the mastermind and then also kind of some updates of what I'm doing with the business and how I am moving forward and getting set up to bring some income in. So let's get to it. Like I said, I went to a business mastermind over the weekend. It was with my mentor. I've been a part of this group for like 2.5 years, for a while now. Like he's done kind of different things, but right now he has like a membership group and you pay, I think I pay $40 a month, but the price is now, I think, 197. So I'm getting a steal kind of because a lot of people are paying a lot more than me. But originally when he first started, it was kind of a group for just vegans and it's morphed into something else now where there's not just vegans, but it's mostly vegans, but there's a lot of other people that aren't vegans in there. So it's a lot of people in there. But anyways, so what did we do? Well, we got together. We haven't ever done an in-person event before, so it was really cool. And they planned it in Los Angeles, and they were like, oh, big event in LA. And I live outside of Los Angeles, so I was really excited because I'm like, heck yeah, I'll go to this. I'll take time off. I'll do this. But he ended up doing it over a weekend. So it was a Saturday and it was a Sunday. And Saturday he had it up in LA. And Saturday was really focused for people who have school communities. And I don't have my community on school yet. Right now I'm still just doing a free Facebook group community. I will have a community on school. That's part of my master plan and getting there, but probably not till the end of the year. Towards the end of the year this year is kind of where that is going to sit with my timeline. So I didn't go to that, but apparently it was at some mansion up in Culver City in LA. And then on Sunday, they had it in Irvine. So like 45 minutes, the distance between the two places, which is kind of weird, but I wasn't complaining because it was about 9 minutes from my house. So packed up a ton of fruit. I weighed it out. I had like a ton of watermelon. I had jackfruit. I brought it with me. And there was probably like 20 other people there or so. There's a good amount of people. Everybody flew in. I was the only person that was really local. There was another person that was probably an hour away that drove, but I was pretty local, which was really nice. But it was really cool. So we went to this business mastermind, and at the very beginning of it, my mentor was like, hey, what are you stuck with? What do you need the most help with? And he went around the room and everybody said what they're the most stuck with. And he wrote down every single thing on a whiteboard. And he literally kind of, because some things were very similar or very kind of the same. So he grouped a couple things together and he was like, all right, we're going to talk about all this. And he did. He had everything. Mine was kind of different because I've been in the group a lot longer than most of the people. So I think mine was a little bit down the path for some people, but he still touched on it and I got a takeaway from it, which was great. It was interesting because we talked a lot about Instagram. We talked a lot about YouTube. We talked mostly about YouTube. Instagram is kind of like that place where, you can be known on Instagram. You can become known on Instagram. But YouTube is the place that you become trusted. YouTube is the place where you tune in, you're listening to someone, you're getting to know their personality, you're really understanding who they are as a person. And you got to know, like, and trust that person for you to buy from them. So you're really developing that relationship on YouTube. And I mean, I know this, when I did my test back in December of which channel does the best for me as far as views when I'm doing short form reels, it was YouTube. 100% it was YouTube. And I don't do much on YouTube, and I hadn't done much on YouTube. So that is changing. That is the whole reason I am doing this on this, not the whole reason, but I'm pushing forward and getting more on YouTube when breaking through with this series. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, getting more into YouTube. So I learned some tips and tricks about YouTube, some stuff about the thumbnails. I'm going through my notes a little bit. Something really cool that he did is we talked about how the first 30 seconds of the YouTube videos are really key. And I'm going to start changing a little bit. I kind of already do this. And if you notice, I did it in this video and I'm going to start doing it in more videos. But at the very 30 seconds, there's 3 things you need to say. You need to say the plan, you need to have a proof, and then have a promise. So basically, like, we had to write a script, like a 30-second script. And he was like, okay, I'm going to pick random people to go up and perform it. And he picked me first, which of course, like for some reason I knew he was going to pick me, but my script was good. Like I've been practicing copywriting and my script was damn good. And so I sat up there and I read my script and I actually like got into character and I was like flexing my muscles because it was all about my fitness stuff. And people, when I was done, they were like, damn, like, oh my gosh. Like, and Dad's like, yeah, like she's done this before. And I was like, yeah, because I've written a couple ad scripts now. I had a really good ad on Facebook, my last ad, so I feel like my scripts can be good. And I hit all those really well. I addressed it like even further. So it was good. So I'm like, okay, I probably should use that script again because every single person there was like, whoa, like, I was like, yeah, I've done this a couple of times, but it was really cool to go through that, do that exercise, have people get used to it because people aren't used to just getting to the point and being very simplistic about what you're doing. You got to be like, all right, we're going to do this and this is how we're going to do it. And by the end of this video, you're going to know this, and I'm going to start doing that a little bit more. You'll see in my videos, hopefully, because when you tune in, you start watching someone's video, you want to know what it's about. And if it's like, oh, I don't want to listen to this, like if this person's rambling, who knows, so I'm going to be more concise about that. We also talked about really narrowing on our customer avatar. So who is that person that we're going after and who is that person that we're selling? So he was like, name 3 traits that you want this person to have, and then name 3 traits that your nightmare client has. And then I want you to put a name on these clients. So we had to name our person and then name our nightmare client with an actual name. And so I put names on them. I probably shouldn't say. It was just it just randomly came to mind. It had nothing to do with anyone I've ever worked with before. I don't think I've ever worked with these 2 names before, but names are names. People get sensitive about it. So, but the really cool thing was he was like, yeah, when you're doing your ads and you're filming ads, you can use this, so you can be like, oh, don't be we'll say Karen, don't be a Karen, and do these things. You want to be like a, Katrina and do these things, so you kind of can call out that person and really, really target and narrow in that person, speak to that person who's your ideal customer. So that was a good takeaway. I think I'll probably be doing a little bit more of that, really, really calling out that person and maybe be that specific and call a name out, I might and see how it does. It's worth a test in an advertising run, I think. We talked about our offer pitch. He basically was kind of like a Shark Tank. And so he was like, all right, pitch me. And then he went around and you basically had to say, would you give me X amount of dollars for blank, whatever we had? And he would be like, no, yes. And so it was good. And this one, I actually wrote several things. I have the whole page I wrote down because I was one of the last ones to go, and this was a longer one to do it. And so I actually was like, let me pitch him on my retreat. So it was interesting because I did something way too long, and then I was like, that was too long. But he was like that. He was like, I would do that, and I was like, I know, because my retreat he would love to do. You would work out, and you eat amazing fruit. Of course, he would love to do that. That's what he does. So he was like, yeah, I would do that. But he's like, that was too long. Let's fix it. It was funny. And we talked about kind of how to outline your course and how to, do that, which I am not doing a course and I've done that before. I've already created a course and done that before. So that part was good. We talked about JVs. If you want to do joint ventures with other people, you can have them on your podcast, and you can be like, hey, let me interview you on my podcast or just bring them on your channel. So I might be doing that as well. You might see me bring on some bigger name people to interview them and see kind of what they do and how they stay fit. Maybe people that have been doing this longer than me. We'll see. But I think that might be a really good way for me to break the ice and get in with a bigger named person who doesn't know who I am. So that's a good way. You become friends with these people when you do interviews too. It's pretty cool. I've done interviews with a couple bigger name people now, and we'll talk sometimes now, and it's cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. I like doing this, because you make new friends, and it's all about connections. It's all about helping people and empowering people, especially in the raw vegan niche that I'm in, you guys. We want to spread this message that raw food is healing and raw food is amazing for the body, because I get attacked, attacked by regular people just coming at me because of my diet. And I'm like, God, if you only knew, oh, I don't know. We won't get into health on this one. We'll get only business on this one. But yeah. And so at the very end, we had to go around. We had to all say our biggest takeaway, and he filmed it and he's going to do a thing with it. So it was pretty cool. I liked being in a room with everybody that's really motivated. We're all on the same page. We're feeding off of each other. And over lunch, I was able to kind of bounce ideas with people. And it's people that I'm on Zoom meetings with every other weekend. Sometimes I see them, and I've seen them for years. And it's like, oh, I can meet you in person now. It was really cool. I met this girl from Germany that was really cool that I have always wanted to really talk to. But another thing is for lunch, a lot of these business type meetings or just meetings in general or business things in general, I can never eat the lunches that they provide. I can never eat the lunches at all. And this one, I already had my meals pre-prepared because I had to, because that's what I do. Even if I wasn't on the challenge, I probably would have brought my own food because I that's just my life. And that's what I do everywhere. If I'm going out with friends, or if I'm going with family, or if I'm going to a business event, I bring my own food because I don't leave it up to chance. But this one, I could have left up to chance because he had his team go to Whole Foods right down the street, and they came back with all this organic produce, and they just dumped it on the ground and was like, here you go. I mean, not on the ground, but it was in plastic. So there was strawberries, there was peaches, there was cucumbers, there was hummus, there was guacamole, but just fruits and vegetables. Basically, that's all there was. And I was like, this is amazing. So I was eating a bunch of strawberries because I had some good strawberries. I had some strawberries outside of my meal plan, but it was cool because I was like, man, like who does this? And fruit's amazing. So I was like, that to me was really, really cool. But the whole like planning the event in two different counties, it was I guess cities too, two different cities. It was not ideal, I guess, for other people. And I have corporate event planning experience, so I actually mentioned to my mentor that I could help. I will probably be following up with his COO because he is the one that makes the decision. So I'll be following up with him and say, hey, I would love to help with another event because it's fun for me. I like event planning. And if I can get involved with this team, get around my mentor a little bit more, spend more time with my mentor, why not? And if this is my opportunity to get my foot in the door, cool. If they do it in LA, I can do it easily. But if they don't do it in LA, they can pay for my ticket to go somewhere else and I can help them. If they could do that, I can help them. So we'll figure out that. But that was kind of my mastermind. It was fun. It was on a Sunday over Memorial Day weekend, and it was interesting because before I went, I was out shopping and doing some stuff and taking care of my weekend stuff. And everyone's like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" And Memorial Day weekend, everyone goes to barbecues. Everyone just relaxes. Nobody's really working much. And I'm like, I'm going to a business mastermind, and I was so excited. And for me, I'm like, it didn't bother me, like I don't drink. Like what am I going to do on this holiday weekend other than focus on making money, other than focus on growing my business? Because that's where my focus is, like I'm not focused on going out and relaxing. It's like, what am I relaxing for? I have work to do. Like I have a hard work to get done, like I can relax when this is done. I can relax when my funnel is up and I can breathe and it's just going on its own, like I've got a lot of work to do. So I did get a lot of work done this weekend. I actually got a decent amount of work done this weekend, but I updated my profile picture and rebranded all of my sites. So you'll see a new profile picture. Well, you'll probably see either the first profile picture from me you've ever seen or a new one in here now, but I'm rebranding all my sites. Everything is the same. I got Fit Raw Life on all three of my sites, just really branding myself, Fit Raw Life, Fit Raw Life. I'm going to be building my own website because I can do that and I know how to do that. So I have to do that, which is like, man, that's like down. That's probably an August thing for me. Maybe before. Well, I might get something super simple up, but I want to get a website up that has like my offers and the retreat that I want to do and all that. So I have to build that, but it shouldn't take that long. I don't know. I was like, man, I got to do a website, but it's not that hard. I'm building it in the platform that I build my sales funnels in and my email marketing in. You can do all of that in there, which is cool. You basically build like a blog site that goes in and it's a website. So I bought a Google Workspace over the weekend. I spent $72 on Google Workspace and bought the Fit Raw Life email. So now I'm Kelly at Fit Raw Life. I have a brand new email. I have a brand new Google everything drive. So it's all separate. I don't know if I really needed to do all that, but I couldn't figure out how to get an email of my own email into this. And I didn't want to use Pain-Free Living. So it's like, whatever, we'll do it. We'll figure it out later, I guess, because I needed to get it up. I turned in my plant-based bundle offer, you guys. So my big ebook is done and out. My first one of 3 that I'm doing is done, So I was like, done. I got them the funnel. Everything's done. It works. Everything's good. And that is in July. So in July, I will be promoting a plant-based bundle offer. It's going to be, I think it's $50 and you get 90 creators. I believe there's 90 creators this time. They all have ebooks in there and you get all their ebooks and all their good stuff. My ebook, my new ebook that you're only going to be able to get in the plant-based bundle because I'm not giving it away for free. I'm not giving it away outside of bundles. You can only get it in the plant-based bundle or another bundle that's coming up in September. But one of the bundles is $50 is the only way you can get my Raw Food and Fitness 7-day transformation guide. So that's done. That felt good to get off and done. They did not really want me to do it the way that I'm doing it now, but I was kind of like, ask for forgiveness later and just kind of beg them to let me do it this way. And they were like, okay, we'll let you do it this way this time, but next time you can't collect emails at the very beginning. So I'm like, all right. But this time I'm going to collect emails and make it worth it because last time I got a lot of emails off of the plant-based bundle, just collecting the emails at the beginning for them. They have to give me their email for them to be able to look at my book. And it's kind of annoying. Like, honestly, I hate it. I don't like it in the plant-based bundle when people make you do that. I don't like it at all, but people do it and it works. And so I'm like, cool. If 400, 600, 700 people do it, cool with me. It's my target audience doing it for me. And if they actually go through those steps, that's even more of a target audience for me because they even went through the steps that actually want something from me. Like it's other people, you don't have to do that. You click it and you download it. So it's like you kind of have to stop and be like, oh man, I have to put my stuff in. Like, do I want to be on this email list? But if you do that with me, that means you're even more qualified to be on my list. So I want those leads. So I got to figure out how I'm going to redo my book, because I can't do that for the plant-based bundle coming up. I can't do it that way for the ebook that's coming up in September either. So I'll be doing like a new format. I got to figure it out. I'll have something in there that's clickable that you can like add yourself to a list if you really want to get on a list with me. I might do like a freebie and give it away or something. Actually, yeah, I might. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I'll probably be like, oh, if you want a free this, and throw them into my funnel. So we'll see how that comes out. But that's down the line. That's not my focus now. It's funny because I have so many things. I actually created a list behind me of all the little pieces of things I have to do to get this launched and get this brand and this thing going. It's a lot. So I'm like, all right, all the things is a lot, but only focus on the things I really need to focus on. So what is this week? This week, my focus is finishing the 6-week challenge book, you guys. The 6-week challenge book is almost done. I just shot my last recipe that's going to be in this book, but I'm still going to take pictures of the rest of the things I'm eating this week and probably have bonus recipes. It might be my freebie. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep taking the pictures, but the book should be done on Friday. Like Friday should be like done. And then over the weekend, I'm going to spend some good time just kind of stepping back and looking at it from a design element and really going in and making sure, okay, what needs to be bolded, not bolded, make sure the text is the same format, make sure the sizing. So really look at it from the design element. Got to look at like 160 pages, so it might take me quite a bit of time. So over the weekend, I'm going to block out probably 2 hours and just we're gonna go through this design and make it look really good so I can get it to my editor. My editor will have it next week. And then hopefully my goal is to get it up. Well, let me look at the calendar. My goal is to have it up on the weekend of the 15th. So that's 2 weeks from now. So hopefully 2-ish weeks from now. A little less, a little more than 2 weeks from now, I guess. Yeah, a little bit more than 2.5 weeks from now. So I could do that. I think I can do that. Hopefully I can do that. That's my goal. Like I want this up. I want this done, I got one of my pieces checked off. I feel good about it. So, I created a new Facebook group. I wasn't going to do that, but I was like, I'm going to go all in with this. I'm going to do all of the things that you need to do. I need to have the well-rounded experience, and why not just go all in with this and just push all in with this? I've got 6 months left of the year. Why not just push hard on this new path, on this new brand, on this new journey? Not very many women are doing this in this space. There's a couple men that are all about fitness and raw foods, and they're showing their bodies and they're showing how fit they are. There's not a lot of women that are doing it. So I'm like, let me do it. There's a couple women, but not a lot. So I'm like, let me do it too. Let me be one of these people. Let me be that unique person. And that's my unique thing, is that I'm a super, super fit, mostly raw vegan. I'm not going to even be 100% because a lot of these people are 100% raw. I'm not really 100% raw. I believe, and not everybody wants to be 100% raw. So I'm going to get those people that they don't want to be 100%, but they want to eat a lot. So I don't know, but it's cool because the feelings that I'm getting, and I'm just moving in faith with all of this. Like I feel like I know what to do. I know what's going to come next. I know what I need to do to get here. I know what I need to do to get my brand out there. I know what I need to do to get sales. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the people that I can work with. I'm excited about the collaborations that I'm going to do with the type of people that I need to work with on this. And I didn't feel this with the other niche. I didn't feel this at all with the pain stuff, and this is why I know that this feels good. This feels right. Like if I were to do anything as a brand, like this is my brand, and it's so weird that it's like I'm coming back to it, and my mentor, I even told him, I was like, man, 2 years ago, it was right after I got out of business training with him. And I had just worked so hard and developed this whole thing for chronic pain. And I was like, I'm going to do pain, blah, blah, blah. And he saw a before and after picture of mine. And he's like, Kelly, why are you not selling weight loss? And I was just like, because I don't want to sell weight loss. Like I went to school to be detox. I spent all this money, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Kelly, you need to sell weight loss. Like, look at your pictures, and it's funny because now I'm kind of going back to that. And even at this mastermind we had, there was people in there that were selling weight loss, and I was talking to them and they're like, I don't have the results like you. I don't look like you. I don't look like fit and lean like you. And it's funny because I have the results that people want. I have the results that coaches want, and I'm like, let's go. Because not a lot of people have this. And I'm excited. Like I can help people, and I'm so excited because I am a little bit unique and a little bit different in this raw world. It sounds like raw world. A little bit. I have a little bit of a unique take on things, but not really. Raw food is great. High raw. I probably will be eating cooked food, but we'll see. I'm going to bring it in a couple weeks and if it makes me just have pain and not feel good and bloat up, like, why eat that? Why eat food that brings you pain? We'll see. But what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, my big things, my upcoming things that I'm going to be doing is finishing so we'll just talk about this week because I'm going to be talking and checking in with you guys. This week, my focus is this book. We're going to get this book done. And the next time I check in with you guys, I'm going to have this book pretty much like done. And it's going to be exciting because I've been working on this book for 6 weeks. Like every day I've literally been going in and touching this book. Like every day I've been uploading my recipes and writing the recipes I've been doing and just doing all this stuff. Like every week I've been taking pictures. Every day I've been doing this. So it's going to feel so good to like not have to come home and put my recipes in a book and do that. Like I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited to not weigh my food. Like I think that's the bigger excitement for me is to not have to weigh my food. Like and not have to track my food because after tracking your food for 6 weeks, I don't need to track food for a while. Like I'm good. Like I understand what's in all food. Like I know all the nutrition in all the foods now because I'm really looking at that. And tonight it was really easy because I was like, let me make a dressing. I need to make some sort of a dressing that has high protein in it. And I was like, oh, zucchini. Let me throw some zucchini in here. Oh, let me throw some pepitas in here. And I was able to I think I got 18 grams of protein today without any sprouted oh no, I had some broccoli. No, alfalfa sprouts. But any extra, any spirulina, the extra stuff I've been throwing in, the hemp seeds. So I've been able to kind of figure that out and keep the fat low, keep the protein high, and do it without really looking in the tracker, but putting in the tracker and being like, oh shit, I was right. But I'm learning. It's good. I've learned a really unique way to eat this way. You're eating a little bit higher protein than normal 80-10-10. It's a little bit higher protein than that. But it's working, you guys. It's 100% working. I will report and tell you. I'll probably talk about this later when I'm talking about the body again because I'm excited. But yesterday, I hit a personal record of 4 pull-ups, 4 unassisted pull-ups. So I just did pull-ups like this way pull-ups 4 in a row. And I've never, ever done 4 pull-ups in a row, ever in my entire life. Never, 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 never. 3. 3 is always what I've been able to do. Typically it's about 2 and 2.5, but 3. I was just like, holy crap. Like yesterday I was like, oh my gosh. And then today, you guys, I hit another personal record of a deadlift of 135 pounds. I weigh probably about 100 pounds. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself today. Probably around 199 pounds or so right now because I've lost a little bit from this challenge. But maybe 101. I don't know. But still, 35 pounds heavier than my body weight. I've never done that. I had 2 45-pound plates on the sides. I was so excited because I've never had 45-pound plates on my barbell before. And I'm looking around, there's other women in there and they've got 25s, 35s. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like half their size, which is another interesting thing in the gym. I'm freaking tiny and I'm pushing this heavy weight. And I did that 4 times. So I could have done more, so that wasn't my max rep, but I'm not trying to max myself out. That's not really what I'm just trying to prove. Look at the strength that I built. Look at me doing things I've never done before. My last big push, I think this week is going to be a squat. I don't really want to push squats, but I'll probably try to push 100 something. I think my max on squats, I don't even know, because I don't go heavy on squats. I don't like squats. I broke my neck and the barbell thing. It's just a weird thing for me. I don't like squats, but I think I'm going to try to push for 115 or so, or 110. We'll try. I think 90 or 95 is probably my max I've ever really done. I don't like to go heavy again. So I know I can go more. I just don't like to put weight on my back. So we'll see. But Friday will be my test to see if I'm able to do that. And yeah, that's kind of this is my last week of working out. And I'm really just pushing myself and saying, okay, what can I actually do? And then I'm recording it. I'm taking pictures of it. So it's really cool. I recorded me actually doing the pull-ups, which is awesome. I couldn't record me doing the deadlifts because it was just the odd spacing. And just I wasn't able to set my camera up where it wouldn't be in the way of people walking by and knocking it over. So I was like, all right, I can't do this right now. But it's okay because I did do it. I have a picture of me holding the barbell, but not deadlifting it. But yeah, I know that I did it. I'm going to feel that in my body hopefully tomorrow. But feeling good, feeling strong, you guys. Building a body with raw food is very easy. I've been eating very simple foods. My meal prep is very minimal. It's going to be weird to meal prep again because it's been so minimal. I'm just washing and chopping and blending. That's all I'm doing. But I'm eating very basic, I want to bring in some dehydration foods. I want to maybe make some cinnamon rolls. I want to make some tortilla out of the dehydrator, out of fruits and vegetables. But got some things I want to make that haven't been in this challenge because maybe they're a little too higher in fat because I've been keeping my fat pretty low. So excited for it to be over, excited for this book to be done the end of the week and move on to the next part. So I'll talk about the next part on the next video, I guess, as we move along. So this whole challenge has been fun. I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad to be moving on. I'm glad to finally be moving into the making money phase, because it's felt a little bit hard for me to just kind of be like, well, let me just sit back and wait. And I know I'll make money in a couple months, and I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. There's people out there who told me that they're going to buy my book just to support me, so I know I'm going to make some sales. I know that's going to happen, but it's been like, I have to wait. But, all good things must wait, I guess. Is that there? You wait for good things? I don't know, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be amazing. And it's all going to be perfect, because it's all working out exactly how it should. Like, this is exactly what I should have done a long time ago. And I've changed my Instagram name again. I used to be Healthy Detox Girl. I am now now to Fit Raw Life. And I'm just going to be Fit Raw Life all over my thing. Fit Raw Life is going to be that brand. But I always had fitness in my Instagram name forever. And the Healthy Detox Girl was the first time I took fitness out. Or I think I took it out before that, because I was still doing detox, and I was like, oh, people think I'm a fitness coach, because I was doing a lot of fitness stuff. I've always been into fitness, and I took the fitness stuff out, and now I'm like, well, it feels good. It feels like I'm back to my roots now, that I'm finally like getting back to the fitness stuff and bringing a lot more fitness content back into my pages and my social media, because fitness content always did really well for me. And it was crazy, because I'm like, well, fitness doesn't equal detox. You can't work out when you're on detox, so I'm like, it didn't mesh very well, but it did so well for me. I always got so many views on fitness stuff. So I'm glad that I can finally be doing what I should have been doing forever. And even my mentor, he was like, you know what, sometimes we just have to like learn the lesson, and it takes a while to learn that lesson, and you'll get to it, and it takes you a while to get there, but you'll get there. And I got there. It took a while, but I got there. So, all right. Timer is almost up for me to get off this, because we have 30 minutes and I cannot talk longer than that, because I use this app that I can do longer than that. We will be upgrading that when we make more money in this business. So you shall see. Good things are coming, you guys. Have a great night.